Hello, everyone, and welcome to the I Am a Woman podcast. I am your host, Terrell Peoples, the founder of the I Am a Woman Mentorship Group, and welcome to part one in our self-care series. I'm so excited about this series. I can't wait to get started, and I know that many of you are going to be encouraged, empowered, and motivated on this journey of self-care. So keep watching as we launch into part one. So if you've been a part of the fam for a little while, you know at the beginning of this year, we started the Optimize 2021 series. And what did that mean? That meant just we were going to start where we are. We're not going to wait until someday or one day, which are not days of the week, but we are going to start right now, today. All right? So what does it mean to optimize? It means that we are making the most and best effective use of a situation, opportunity, or resource. And that is what we are going to do. We have been given the opportunity of living, the resource of life, okay? And we are going to make the best of it. And one way for us to do that is by making sure that we are participating in self-care. So what is self-care? When we talk about self-care, the definition that we are going to use is any activity that we do deliberately in order to take care of our mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health. That is the definition that we are using for self-care. And why is this important? On this journey of discovering our authentic selves in God, we first must take note of what it is that He has called us to do. And so our foundational scripture for this self-care series is going to be Mark 12:30 through 31, and it simply reads, to love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. The second is this, love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. Now, why is this important? It is important because in order for us to fully and effectively love someone else, we must love ourselves. Now we can understand and see why our external relationships are not as effective or as healthy as they should be, because we do not have a healthy relationship with ourselves. Okay, so that's why this journey of self-care for the remainder of this year is important, because if we are going to follow out and fulfill the commandment that God gave us, which was to love our neighbors as ourselves, then we really must get to know ourselves. We have to know who we are in order for us to be effective in our care and love and appreciation for others. All right? So we must expand our understanding of what self-care looks like. So I made a post in our mentorship group, which, by the way, if you have not requested to join the I Am a Woman Facebook group, you want to go ahead and do so right now. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link, the card up in the upper right hand corner, so you can go ahead and get connected and plugged in with our mentorship group, because in that mentorship group, I made a post about self-care. And I asked, what is self-care? Do you indulge in self-care? Tell me what you do for your self-care. And I had a couple of responses, and in there they stated that their self-care consisted of, I make sure I go get my hair and my nails done. And that is inclusive of self-care, but that's not exclusive to what self-care is. So I want us to have a full understanding of what self-care looks like. Self-care is dealing with the whole person, mind, body, and soul. And that's what we are going to dive into. We are going to dive into the understanding of what self-care should look like in its totality, okay? Now, although we are going to be looking at it from a holistic standpoint, it's still going to be a high level or a high view of what self-care is. So first and foremost, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist, or I don't have any letters after my name in that stand, but I want us to really take time to get a better understanding of what self-care looks like so that we can love each other better, but most importantly, we can love ourselves. So if you are currently listening or watching the podcast, yes, you can watch the podcast on our YouTube channel, the I Am a Woman YouTube channel. Videos go up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just as the podcast posts go up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can go in and you can listen or watch the podcast. But if you're watching this right now, we just completed our meditation, our self-care meditations, and every day there was a new meditation that is posted. So if you have not gone and requested to join the Facebook group, do that. I want you to go back and review those meditations because it's important that you understand that we are all deserving of the love that we give out. We are all deserving of receiving the same love that we give out to others each and every day. So I want you to go back and listen to those, or go back and read those, review those meditations so that you can fully understand where we are going on this for the remainder of this year on this journey of self-care. All right. So we are going to expand our view of self-care. What does self-care look like? Self-care includes our physical care. It includes our emotional care. It includes our social care, spiritual care, personal care, our spatial care, financial care, and our work care. All right. So we are going to dive into each one of these areas as we go on this journey of self-care. So this week, we are going to start talking about our physical care. Yes, we're going to start talking about our physical care so that we can continue to walk out on this journey of loving others as we love ourselves. So our physical care is not just exclusive to our nails and our hair. Although those parts are included, there's so much more that goes into our physical care. So we're going to be talking about that in the next video. So you want to make sure that you stay tuned and stay connected with the I Am a Woman podcast so you don't ever miss what is going on this series of self-care. So if this is something that you are going to do, or this is a journey that you want to participate in, I need you to go ahead and put self-care in the comments so that I know that you are connected. I would love to hear from you. Make sure that before you leave here, you like and you comment, you subscribe, you stick around and you join the fam, because this journey of self-care is just getting started, and you want to make sure that you are a part of everything that's going on right here on the I Am a Woman podcast. All right. So listen, I want to leave you with this before I go. I want you to understand that self-care is a vital necessity every single day. Now, as a woman, we wear many, many different hats. Okay? I am a wife. I'm a mother of 4 children, ranging from ages 20 to 9. Oh my goodness, Lord help me. And I am a philanthropist. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a minister. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm so many different things. But what I do understand is that if I'm not okay, if I am not centered in God, if I am not focused properly, then I cannot be okay for anyone else. If I do not take care of me first, I will not be okay. All right. So I want to give a little bit of my testimony, and just to let you all know where I'm at on this journey of self-care for myself. So back in May, I kind of went quiet in the mentorship group because the Lord was saying to Ray, I need you to focus and I need you to pay attention to yourself. And it was in that time where I really began to realize that there was portions of me that I had forgotten. There were pieces of me that I had kind of put on the back burner. Why? Because I've been somebody's mom. I've been a wife and a mother all of my adult life. And I focus so much on others that sometimes I allow those things that are important to me to fall by the wayside. And so I was giving out, but you can't give out so much, especially when you have not been receiving any deposits. It's just like going to the bank. You withdraw more than you've deposited, you're going to be deficient. There's going to be insufficient funds, all right? There's going to be a deficiency somewhere, and that's where I was finding myself. So I had to take some time to really just sit down and rediscover Teray again. Rediscover some things, some positive, some negative, some good, some bad, some things that I had perfected, some things that I really need to work on. And that's important. And I didn't have to ask anybody's permission to in order to do that. And you don't need to ask anyone's permission in order for you to step out and do what's necessary in order for you to get your self-care back on track. So I want you to take out some time. I encourage you to take out some time to really start to focus in on yourself again. You are important. Your self-care has to be a priority on your list. So I like to say my list goes like this. It goes God, to Ray, my husband, my children, and everything else. Why am I after God? Because if I'm not okay, I cannot be a good wife. I cannot be a good mother. I can't be a good employer. I can't be a good whatever. I have to make sure that I am centered and my focus is right standing with the Lord in order for me to be able to fully operate in all of the capacities that He has graced within my life. So after you finish watching or listening to this episode of the podcast, I would really encourage you just to go and really take some time to reflect. What area of self-care do I need to focus on, and how can I get started today? All right. In one of the previous videos that I posted on the channel, it's called Getting Started. So I want you to go and find that video, and I'll post the card up here so that you can click on that link to watch the video. But it's just simply getting started. I just posted a simple video about me getting started today by reorganizing my office in order to optimize the small space that I do have in my office. And it's necessary that you do that because it gives you, it motivates you. You have a physical proof of you actually moving towards completing or working towards self-care. Okay? You have physical proof that you are working to becoming the better and best version of yourself. That's what this self-care is about. Self-care is about me fully loving and embracing the person and the individual that God has called and created me to be so that I can effectively love someone else. I cannot walk out in Mark 12:30 through 31 if I do not love myself. And a lot of times we don't love ourselves because we don't love our circumstances or the situation that we are in. But we have the ability to change that. We have the ability to make that look and be different. So if that's something that you want to do today, then go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know. I would love to hear from you. So family, God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me in today's podcast video. Listen, if you haven't already, be sure to go over to Facebook and request to join the I Am a Woman mentorship group. It is another area of community for us to connect and continue to grow to become the best and better version of ourselves. I would love to see you over. So God bless you, family. Thank you so much for joining me in today's podcast. If you are watching on YouTube, be sure to like, share, and comment. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And as always, remember, if no one has told you I love you, I am praying for you, and I believe in the Lord for the very best for your life. I'll see you on the next podcast. Bye.